what's up, everybody? This is Brian Wilkerson again from MA-Motorsports, and we are here in beautiful Glen Arm, Maryland, and I'm going to show you another 370Z we just put together. Externally, as you can see, we have a Nismo. This is a 2019 Nismo 370Z. It has all factory bodywork on it, with the exception of a couple little things we did for them. We added the track spec hood vents, which help a lot in keeping the underhood temps down. We added these raised 57XR wheels in an 18 by 9.5 front and an 18 by 10.5 rear, with Toyo R88Rs in a 265 in the front and a big old 295 in the rear. You'll also notice this APR wing we installed for them. Not super tall. I kind of like the look of this. It's kind of like just below or just at the roof line. I think it's a really good look, personally. And otherwise, on the outside, all you'll probably notice is the Fast Intentions exhaust being the only difference from an otherwise sleeper look. I guess that wing might give something away. It is really cool to have turned another one of these cars that was like basically stock. Lance brought this car to us when it was basically stock with like a bolt-on couple parts, and we turned it into an 800 wheel horsepower monster. It's very cool to be able to do that. It's like a whole transformation of the car, you know, because we work on every aspect: brakes, suspension, and of course the engine setup, and even some stuff on the inside of this one too. Inside, you'll see the original Nismo interior, and a cool thing about these cars is that they actually come with Recaro seats. The 2015 and later Nismos came with these really nice Recaro seats, not just like a badged factory seat. So these things actually work really well. Beautiful, like red Alcantara center strip. And then the only additions we did inside here was add a few gauges down the A-pillar for them. We have a flex fuel ethanol content sensor, an AEM boost gauge, and an oil pressure gauge for them. And then in addition to that, we added this track art roll bar, which is a really cool piece. And for when he's doing track days, it'll give him a little bit more peace of mind. And then to go along with that, we added these Sparco harnesses as well. Under the hood here, we have another MazWorks built engine. We've probably done about half a dozen or so of these cars specifically with the MazWorks engine. This one has 10-to-1 CP pistons. It's a custom piston. It's got Darton sleeves, Crillo rods, king bearings, SuperTech oversized valves in the heads, along with the SuperTech springs and retainers. And of course, we're going to use the Jim Wolf C2 cams. Those are a go-to for us. And then, of course, ARP hardware throughout. The obvious AAM intake manifold, and you can see it has our MA spec 1,000 horsepower fuel system. What makes it make the 800 wheel horsepower on ethanol and 700 wheel horsepower on pump gas, which is a pretty good pump gas number, is the Fast Intentions twin turbo kit. It's a stage 2 kit, uses Zona Rotor 3076s and tile wastegates as well. For cooling modifications, we had already mentioned these track spec hood vents, which really do help a lot. But we also added a CSF aluminum radiator in here, and a Cetrab oil cooler, which is hiding behind this big Fast Intentions intercooler kit. And another very useful addition are these twin radium catch cans. So Radium does make a kit for the 370Z, but it does not work with the twin turbo setup. So we make our own set of custom brackets to locate the catch cans neatly on each side of the engine bay, and they just bolt in. All right, before we take this thing for a drive, let's get it up in the air and take a look underneath of it. Taking a look underneath the Lance's car, you get a good look at the Fast Intentions exhaust system. And then Nismo brake lines up in here, cool red Teflon coated lines, KW signature yellow springs in there. That exhaust continued. You can get a good look at the quality on the Fast Intentions stuff. Again, a really big fan of their kits. This is their recirculated wastegate version of the kit. That's why this car is nice and quiet. And then you'll see here we added some plumbing for a transmission cooler that runs up front.
And then not much else to see under here. We did bolt on the Z1 under tray for him.
Now that we have given you a little rundown on the vehicle, let's drive it around. So I honestly think I do prefer driving this car around in automatic. Even through these corners, the car just works. The KWV3 coilovers we put on it are awesome, and these cars don't really need a ton suspension-wise. A set of coilovers and a couple adjustable arms, just so you can get your alignment dialed, and these things are rock solid. A good set of tires, of course, goes a long way too, especially if you're making this much horsepower. So that was the traction control kicking in. I forgot to turn it off, but still really fast, and obviously zero wheel spin when that's happening. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty safe. Like, it's a safe 800 wheel horsepower car. Right now I just got pump gas in it, so it's making 700, but it feels very controllable, especially when you have the driver's aids turned on, obviously. And I really appreciate how quiet it is. Like, it's, you know, normally you got a car that has like external wastegates or, you know, some super loud exhaust, and it feels like you're going really fast because of all the noise it's making. This thing just feels smooth and quick, and I think the sound has a lot to do with that as well. So that's a wrap on this video on Lance's 800 wheel horsepower 370Z twin turbo. If you have any questions about this build or another one like it, feel free to reach out. Also check our other videos. We have a couple cars similar to this one that you can take a tour of as well. And I'll see you on the next one.